first. It's got some carry, and it is gone. Teoscar Hernandez. All the pieces in place, and we're ready for baseball. They make their way inside Citizens Bank Park. Always loud, always raucous here at the bank. After a day off yesterday, the National League back in the spotlight. And the 2025 National League Division Series is presented by Booking.com. It is Game 2. The Los Angeles Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies, two division winners. Dodgers winning Game 1. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Anderson along with Jeff Francoeur. We'll hear from Lauren Shahadi with Kyle Schwarber in just a moment. All right, Frenchie, the burden now falls on the starting pitchers. We got two lefties on the mound here tonight. Jesus Luzardo for the Phillies and Blake Snell, a two-time Cy Young Award winner, on the mound for the Dodgers.
That's right. Ohtani gets the ball. Now you have to face Blake Snell. And look, the Dodgers brought him in for these moments. He was incredible. Put on a masterclass against the Cincinnati Reds last week. 7 innings, just continued to take this team deep in the game. He's going to throw that high fastball, and his curveball changeup combo, BA, has been really good. 27 swings outside the zones a couple weeks ago against this Phillies team. So going to be interesting to see the adjustments they made.
Missed a good chunk of the season with shoulder problems, but this is why the Dodgers signed Blake Snell to that big money contract for moments like this. On the flip side, Jesus Luzardo is kind of an emerging star for the Philadelphia Phillies. He's 28 years of age. This is by far the biggest game he'll start in his career.
You know, Dave Dombrowski went out and got Jesus Luzardo right before Christmas, and he figured, you know what, this guy's going to slot into that 3 or 4 role behind Zach Wheeler and Sanchez. Well, Wheeler goes down, and Luzardo is having a good year. But a little bit ago, he dropped that arm angle a little bit, really got on the side of that sweeper, and that fastball's been electric. And you want to know why he's starting Game 2, BA? Look at those numbers right there. His last 11 starts, and with him down 1-0, Rob Thompson's got a lot of confidence in this young man.
Rob Thompson did say Ranger Suarez would be available in the bullpen. Rob Thompson has injury personnel problems. Harrison Bader, while the report on the groin was not as bad as they originally thought, he's not on the IL, but he's not available and not in the starting lineup here tonight. We're ready for Game 2 on TBS. Season is brought to you by Booking.com, Booking.yeah, and by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness. Just about ready for Game 2 of this National League Division Series. We kick it downstairs. Lauren Shahadi with Kyle Schwarber.
Thank you, Kyle. You and I spoke about the over-the-top arm angle from Blake. What's the plan against him tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we know it's going to be a tough matchup. Obviously, he's one of the best pitchers in the game, so just got to get him in zone, get him where we want him, make sure that we're attacking our pitches, and you know, try to lay off everything else and go from there.
I mean, look at this place, Kyle. Your people are ready. How does this team give them what they want tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to do what we do. We feed off this energy. You look around, it's fantastic. Talent's going everywhere. You know, this is what we do. This is what we play for. It's what we dream of, and it starts tonight.
Enjoy it. Good luck, Kyle.
Appreciate it.
Brian, let's rock.
Thank you, Lauren, and our thanks to Kyle Schwarber. We'll hear from Tyler Glasnow in the 3rd inning tonight of the Dodgers. Dave Roberts. Dodgers come on the road and take down the Phillies in Game 1. The Phillies, the best home record in baseball this year, and the lineup looks very similar. Shohei Ohtani leads off, not pitching tonight. He's only a DH. Mookie Betts, then Teoscar Hernandez, who had that dramatic 3-run homer. Freddie Freeman, Tommy Edman, Kike Hernandez in the middle of the order, with Miguel Rojas getting to start at third base. Andy Pages and Ben Rortvedt rounding out the starting lineup. All expectations are we'll see Will Smith at some point. And Frenchie, there are the numbers for Jesus Luzardo.
Yeah, it's kind of 3 different seasons. Great start, middle of the run, got him some trouble. Now, we showed you in the open, the last 11 starts, he's been electric. He's dropped that arm angle a little bit. So as a left-hander, you're getting that fastball sinker, the sweeper coming across. The righties are getting the same thing, but they're also getting that changeup. So it'll be a very interesting matchup. And of course, catching him, none other than JT Realmuto, the huge hit, the Gold Glover, Alec Boehm, Trey Turner. Edmundo Sosa gets the start at second tonight and Bryce Harper over at first. And in the outfield, because of Harrison Bader being out, little different look tonight. Otto Kemp in left, Brandon Marsh in center, and Nick Castellanos in right. One thing Rob Thompson, I'm sure, a little worried about, that outfield defense, not as strong as it was Saturday night.
Home plate umpire is Adrian Johnson, 8th postseason. Nick Lentz at first base. Mark Wegner is the crew chief. He'll be at second base tonight. Jim Wolf got the guns out. He'll be the third base umpire. Been a part of a couple of World Series runs. Dan Merzel in his first postseason. And Nestor Ceja, okay after taking a fastball to the shoulder at 100 miles an hour last night, and did a terrific job calling balls and strikes in game one. Ceja gets the rocking chair out in right field. Shohei Ohtani back in the leadoff spot as the DH. He was excellent on the mound with 6 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, gave up the 3 runs. At the plate, Ohtani went 0 for 4 with 4 Ks and a walk. He was the winning pitcher in his first ever postseason start on Saturday. Smoke from the pyro still lingering around as Adrian Johnson says play ball. First pitch at 98 miles an hour. It's a ball, and away we go on a Monday night in Philadelphia, PA.
This place was so fired up Saturday, BA. You can feel a little anxiousness in the crowd right now.
Fastball's humming along. There's Harrison Bader. Rob Thompson said maybe only in a scenario where he could pinch hit. You'd have to pinch run for him. It's a lower leg injury for Bader. Kind of a spot between the hamstring and the groin, and that really hampers Philadelphia. And as Frenchie mentioned, they are compromised in the outfield with Otto Kemp in left and Nick Castellanos in right.
Real quick, Luzardo's hitting that spot where Ohtani got frozen 3 times the other night. Really working that outside, low and away.
2-2 the count. Ohtani fouls that one off of his rib cage. He got caught in the middle a couple of times in game one. Struck out looking on 3 occasions. Had the 4 Ks overall. Ohtani did have the 2 homers in game one of the wild card. And a called strike 3, and again Ohtani goes down. He disagrees with the call. It looked pretty good. Luzardo goes with a changeup to get Ohtani.
Tell you what, now Ohtani has struck out 5 times this series, BA. 4 looking. We've seen 3 heaters low and away, and then a changeup right there. Bottom part of the zone, but still. See, he doesn't agree.
You don't get much expression from Ohtani. There's a strike to Mookie Betts, and Luzardo has come on pumping the strike zone here. Mookie Betts hitting second in this batting order. Everyday shortstop, really for the first time in his career that he just landed at that position every day. Was excellent defensively. He's been hot in the month of September, and he's carried it over into the postseason. Betts had 6 hits in the 2 games against the Reds in the wild card series. 3 doubles in game 2 and 3 RBIs. Was 0 for 5 in game 1. 99 from the left arm of Jesus Luzardo. And you talked about that arm slot. It's actually allowed him to elevate his fastball as far as the velo goes.
Not only velo, but being able to get kind of pop-ups.
Betts hits it sharply, and it's through a base hit. So Mookie Betts turns a changeup into a single to left. Quiets down this big crowd. Dodgers have a man on with 1 away in the first.
You know, great job by Mookie here. Just saw 99 in, and then gets the changeup kind of a little bit on the outer half, but Mookie, such a professional hitter, goes out and gets it. And I'm telling you, that's so tough to do as a hitter.
Bluebirds rain down on Teoscar Hernandez. Broke their hearts here in game 1 Saturday. 3-run home run Dodgers were down in the game 3-2. Hernandez hit the 3-run bomb to make it 5-3. And that's how it ended here in game 1. It was a comeback win for the Dodgers, who had the most comeback wins in the National League in the regular season. Only the Blue Jays had more comebacks in baseball this season. Hernandez with a 9-game postseason hitting streak going back to a year ago. 14 RBIs in that span. He's got 9 RBIs in this postseason alone.
Now you can see Betts getting a bigger lead. I know it's a 3-0 count, but base runners 22 for 33 this year against Jesus Luzardo, so 67% clip.
Neither one of these starters hold runners very well. Could be part of the story here tonight. Luzardo hits on a 3-0 pitch. Courtesy check on Betts. Betts not running like we've seen him in the past this year, had only 8 stolen bases. But he's more than capable and has been an elite base stealer at points of his career. He's got a big lead. Stays put. Hernandez. That one was by him and he fouls it into the seats. Frenchie, tonight's StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. And the home run last night, up and away, hot zone for Teo Hernandez.
And you see, Real Muto wanted that ball in, and he left it out over the plate. And Teoscar, hot as can be right now. You see that 394, and that ball just kept carrying, and eventually, 3-run homer.
Huge moment in the game. And you think about prior to that 3-run homer, which flipped the scoreboard, Hernandez had a misplay in right field that may have led to an extra run scoring. Wasn't charged as an error, he just didn't go get the ball. And then he struck out 3 times, and he immediately changes the narrative of the game with one swing of the bat.
And those strikeouts kind of non-competitive. I mean, he was flailing at some changeups, but again, this guy right now has been hot in the postseason, man.
Full count from 3-0 to 3-2 for Luzardo. Second disengagement over to first. You get 3, but if you throw over one more time, you have to record an out. Otherwise, it's a balk. So Betts might be free to run here. He's got 1 step bigger on the lead. Stays put. Hernandez takes a ball. And the Dodgers with a single and a walk with 1 out. 2-men aboard for Freddie Freeman.
He tried a backdoor sweeper there on Hernandez, and this ball was down in the zone. And I think that's one thing for Jesus Luzardo. Sanchez very calm and collective. Luzardo can get a little emotional out there. He pitches with some juice. I think JT Realmuto just making sure, BA, that he's under control and concentrate on Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman had a big year this year. Once again, played through some injuries, but still put himself in a position to win a batting title throughout the summer. He got hot late. Last 2 months, Freeman hit 13 homers at a 920 OPS. Freeman was the World Series MVP last year, hobbled by an ankle injury, which required surgery in the offseason. Did not affect his bat. 2 on, 1 out. Freeman lines one to right field. Castellanos makes the catch. It wasn't pretty, but it's in the glove. And it is out number 2. Mookie Betts will tag and go to third. I think every ball that goes into the corner outfield spots for the Phillies, Rob Thompson's going to be holding his breath.
Yeah, Castellanos kind of got turned around a little bit, but ended up being able to make the play right here, and huge. I mean, that was a 2-0 count with Freeman, and Luzardo knew he had to come to him. Freddie got a fastball squared up, and it's been a little shaky this first inning outside of that Ohtani, but he's got a chance now with 1 pitch to get out of this thing scoreless, and that's what this crowd wants, I'm sure.
It'll be Tommy Edman back at second base tonight. First and third, 2 outs. Edman will not be a factor in the outfield in this series anyway. Does hamper Dave Roberts with some of his personnel and some of his moves he can make. Edman's been battling an ankle injury. Returned in the month of September. Swing and a miss. Big fastball from Luzardo.
And that's the thing. You saw 2 changeups to start or 2 sweepers start Freddie Freeman. I just think Luzardo's got to get ahead with that fastball. Then you can get some swing and miss on those off speed.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Edman on the ground. Chance to get out of this inning for Luzardo. And he does. 24 pitches. Strands a couple of runners. He's got them loud again as the Phillies come up for the first time. From the first, now the Phillies come up. Rob Thompson lines him up with Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper. In the middle, it is Bohm, JT Realmuto, Nick Castellanos, Edmundo Sosa, Brandon Marsh, Otto Kemp. Round out the starting 9, and there is Blake Snell. He's already in the fray here in the postseason. He pitched a gem against the Cincinnati Reds in the wild card game in game 1. 7 innings in that game. Frenchie, Dodger starters, first 3 games of this postseason, all at least 6 innings.
Which is exactly with the kind of lack of bullpen for the Dodgers compared to years past. Dave Roberts is needed. See, only 11 starts, so hasn't thrown about 61 1/3 in the regular season. And there you go right there. Off the bat, you're seeing the fastball up in the zone, and then that slider curve at the bottom part and the changeup. So
32-year-old Seattle area native, Blake Snell. Trey Turner, the former Dodger, leading off for the Phillies. Frenchie, the top 3 in the Philadelphia order are key to the rest of this postseason for the Phillies. In game 1, they were 1 for 11, the top 3. Turner, Schwarber, and Harper with 6 strikeouts.
And you go back to right there to game 6 of that NLCS when we were up here versus Arizona. That's what they've done right there. And ultimately, at the end of the day, as that fastball is up, these are your 3 moneymakers. These are your horses at the front. And I think they're well aware they got to be able to get it going. Rob Thompson, same thing. This is the lifeblood of this team.
2-2 to Trey Turner. And that's a called strike 3. Snell burns off that inside corner. Looks like the zone's going to be a little expanded here today with Adrian Johnson behind the plate. Good sign for both pitchers.
Now, just with that kind of arm angle, you heard Lauren talk to Schwarber about it, kind of coming over the top, and it just keeps running in on these right-handed hitters. And the big 3 against Snell in their career, 8 for 47 with 20 Ks.
Oof. Let's watch this first pitch with Kyle Schwarber. You know he'll be ready to ambush. And he does, and he skies one into shallow left. Back on it is Rojas. He'll give way to Kike Hernandez. And there is out number 2. So those last 7 postseason games for the Phillies, the big 3 hitting just 149. And the Phillies are 1-6 as a record in that one. They felt like they had that series all but booked 2 years ago against the Diamondbacks. Harper had hit a big home run. Phillies went to Arizona up 2-0. Came back here to Citizens Bank Park with needing just 1 win to get to the World Series. And the Diamondbacks shocked them that year. Won 2 road games here and went to the World Series, eventually losing to the Rangers. That one's still gnawing at the Phillies.
Not only that, BA, but you talk about even the big 3, but more Schwarber, Harper. The 2 in this lineup this city loves, right? Like Philly has taken to both those guys, and talk about igniting a crowd.
Good hook in there by Snell, and the count to 2-1. Harper did have a hit. Wasn't a whole lot of action offensively for the Phillies in game 1 outside of that Realmuto 2 RBI triple. Harper had a single in game 1. Was 1 for 4. Snell and Harper have some history. 3 years ago, Snell, as a Padre, hit Bryce Harper in the hand, knocked him out for over 50 games that year. take you back. This was June 25th of 2022, up and in. And that was a fracture that knocked Bryce Harper out for almost 2 months. It was the year the Phillies went to the World Series. And Harper draws the walk. 2-out base runner. Good at bat by Bryce Harper. He is aboard for Alec Bohm.
Look, and everybody'd love the big home run, right, BA? You'd love the double in the gap, but sometimes just that, seeing the ball, seeing pitches from a starter, getting that pitch count up, passing the baton to the next guy. Alec Bohm coming up right here, been the hottest Philly hitter in this lineup.
Bohm had a couple of walks in game one. He scored a run. Broken bat. On a hop out to Tommy Edman, and Blake Snell gets through the first. 2-out walk. Snell strands Harper. We're off and running in game 2 of the NLDS. It is scoreless in Philadelphia.
Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park for game 2 of the NLDS. Jesus Luzardo on the mound, and we've talked about him lowering his arm angle. He said, I did it partly because it hurt my back too much. I was putting too much pressure on my arm and my back. I wanted to improve my four-seamer, get a little bit more ride with it. So with my arm lower now, I can go more east to west. And Frenchie, he feels it gives him a little more of an angle on lefties, like you said, and maybe even a little more crossfire on righties too.
Yeah, I completely agree, Lauren. I think as good as it is on lefties, it creates an angle on the right-handed hitter. We were talking before the game, BA, it reminds me of Chris Sale a little bit, where all of a sudden that arm angle, you're seeing the fastball and the sweeper come out of the same spot, and it's almost like you got to flip a coin, especially right now when you're down in the count 0-2, 1-2. He has so many ways he can get you out, and that's why the last 11 games he has been so good at 7-2.
Kike Hernandez leading off for the Dodgers, and a cut and a miss, and Luzardo with a strikeout to start the second inning. Well, your old neighbor and Lauren's MLB Network partner Mark DeRosa did a beautiful breakdown earlier today. Credit to Eric Nays as well. But this arsenal with an uptick in the fastball velocity is why he's become who he's become this year as a Philly.
Absolutely, and of course the electric fastball, but we watch that, and the changeup went up 12% in the month of September, especially to these right-handed hitters. Just another wrinkle. And, you know, look, he just turned 28, so you got to figure he's kind of just coming into the prime of what we think is going to be a great run.
Miguel Rojas takes a ball. Rojas getting his first start of this series. He did come into play second base late with the Dodgers in front in game 1. That's the only change for the Dodgers here in game 2. They had Alex Call starting left field in game 1 with Kike Hernandez at third. So Hernandez back in left, Rojas over at third base. Figuring there'd be more balls on the ground with Snell on the mound. Hit firmly, but on a hop right to Sosa. And there is out number 2.
Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness.
Here's Andy Pages now. 2 up, 2 down for Luzardo. 4 in a row after a single and a walk. Had the Dodgers with runners at the corners and 1 out in the first inning. Pages is a major weapon at the bottom of this Dodger order. At his first hit of the postseason in game 1, it started 0 for 10. Pages with 27 homers this year. Sends out into left, slightly jammed. Routine fly ball. Otto Kemp is in the book. Luzardo has put 2 scoreless in the books against the heavy-hitting Dodgers. Live betting and new customers can bet $5 and pocket $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app, use the promo code HEAT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. This crowd's cooking again tonight. Some anxious moments in that first inning with 2 on. Luzardo got out of it, retired the side in order in the second. And now Blake Snell back to work. Sticks a fastball on the inside corner to open up the inning. JT Realmuto leading off. Realmuto, Castellanos, and Edmundo Sosa for the Phillies in the second.
Yeah, right off the bat, BA, to these first 2 pitches to Realmuto, you can see doesn't want to let him try to get his hands extended, trying to come in on him. Again, right there, you see coming in, did the same thing to Bohm, got him out there. And that's where we talk about, right? That's probably a ball right there. It's on the inside. I know it's close. The last time these 2 teams faced, 27 swings at pitches outside the box. So got to be able to wait if you're the Phillies hitters to try to zero that in.
That's it.
Well, Lauren talked to Kyle Schwarber. That's what she was referencing, that over-the-top delivery. So the release of the pitches for these 2 starters is in contrasting styles. Very interesting. It's working well for both pitchers. But that over-the-top release, tough to turn on as Realmuto gets sawed off, rolls one over to Betts for out number 1.
And I'll say this, you ask, right, if you're at home watching, well then why don't you just open up and cheat? Why don't you open up on that fastball in and turn and burn? Blake Snell is so smart, 2-time Cy Young. If he sees those hips start to fly open, that's where he starts going with that changeup and backdoor curveball.
Cheat in ball player terms, meaning start to swing.
Yeah, cheating.
Frenzy terms.
Yeah, you're not legitimately cheating, but you're cheating to try to get open up and start that swing early.
Familiar phrase, cheat to the fastball. Nick Castellanos, a free swinger, been known to do that himself. And Snell sticks that one at the bottom of the zone. Man, his accuracy early going is on point once again. Snell with great stuff, but also great command. Quickly 0-2 on Castellanos, and he got him, struck him out, and wiped him out on 3 pitches. Wow.
And that's that changeup off the bat. We're going to take a look right here against the Cincinnati Reds in that wild card game. 21 outs. Look where all this is. The fastball's to red, up and into righties, away to lefties. Changeups going away from those righties in the green. And then you look at that blue, everything down, and there's your green, what we talked about, BA, the changeup just floating away, and hitters can't get to it.
Wasting no time with Nick Castellanos. Here's Edmundo Sosa now with 2 outs. Almost forced Sosa into taking a pitch, which he does not like to do. Snell is pouring through this second inning. Down and in slider, a good one as well. 0-2 the count. Misses by design. Thrown 11 pitches this inning, 7 for strikes. Checking his card.
You do not see that too much, do you?
2 things you don't see: a pitcher with a card and a pitcher who wears number 7. It's a rare number. 1-2 the count. And a swing and a foul tip right into the middle road vet. It's a strikeout. So Blake Snell off to a good start. His 3rd strikeout, a 3-up, 3-down second. Your team, your players, your postseason. Follow all the postseason action. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. What a night in Philadelphia it is. What weather we have had here for the first 2 games of this series. We're in the golden hour now. Sun beginning to set. Center City all lit up. Don't forget, following us tonight, Brewers Cubs from American Family Field in Milwaukee. Roof will be closed there as they get some rain in the Midwest. couldn't be nicer here. Feels like summer weather. Temperatures in the mid-70s right now.
It's unbelievable. Walking around in shorts and a t-shirt all day.
The Wisconsin native Ben Rortvedt getting another start. He started all 4 games of this postseason. Expectations are Will Smith will enter this game like he did in game 1 at some point, and he'll finish the game. He's been out with a hand injury, a fractured hand. And they're trying to get his legs back under him and reacclimate him without the benefit of a minor league rehab or a just in case or stay ready group. He's having to do that in the postseason. So we don't know how long Rortvedt will be in there. He'll try to take advantage. And Luzardo wipes him out. Tough matchup for Rortvedt. Lefty on lefty. Luzardo with his 3rd K. He's got 1 in each of the first 3 innings.
That's a tough matchup, as you said, for Rortvedt, and that's that sweeper just coming all the way across the zone. And
big, sharp breaking pitch, and a new pitch as Ohtani jumps on the first pitch. Ate him alive. Ohtani's retired. 2 up and 2 down. That sweeper you mentioned with Luzardo, that's kind of the pitch that you think dropped his arm angle. He needed something to match that pitch.
well, he started going for that pitch to sweeper, and that's great. But if all of a sudden your fastball is up higher and that sweeper is down low, I mean, most hitters are going to recognize that, right? So now all of a sudden you put that at the same angle, and you know, again, I just give Chris Sale the example because it's what made him so good for so long is facing him. It's just out of the same arm slot. It's so tough as a hitter.
Mookie Betts with 2 away, and he goes, and it's 0-2. Only hit of the game thus far. Betts had a single in the first. Unable to check it. No balls, 2 strikes. Same spot. This time Turner was in the hole. Strong throw. And the inning is over. 3 up and 3 down on 7 pitches for the man from Peru. Nice play by Trey Turner to end the inning. Phillies coming up, bottom 3rd. Their fans, JT Realmuto's battle cry, whatever it takes. Dodgers came in here, won game 1 on the road. And now the Phillies trying to even up this series before this best of 5 heads to Los Angeles for game 3 on Wednesday. Brandon Marsh leads off. Marsh in center field tonight. This is where the Harrison Bader injury starts to affect Rob Thompson. Not only the way he lines him up in the batting order, but defensively as well. Marsh is more than capable in center. But Bader's been a difference maker defensively in center field. And a diving catch in game 1. Otto Kemp is an infielder turned outfielder, so he's in left with Marsh in center. And Castellanos in right. Very tough matchup for lefties against Snell.
It really is, but you know what? Sometimes you're just hot. Brandon Marsh last 25 games, BA 353 over 1,000 OPS, so sometimes it's right guy at the right time.
3 lefties in the lineup for the Phillies against Snell. And Snell puts it right by Marsh, 96 with a fastball. That was a good take by Marsh. Snell going right back to the spot to see if he would bite on it. He did not. And now it's 3-2. These are key at-bats down at the bottom of the order for the Phillies. Ooh, had a big cut at that, did Marsh. Marsh has great speed. If he gets on against Snell, he's an instant threat to run. And in the running game, Snell does not hold runners well. It becomes a big factor. Snell knows that. Full count. And that one's down, just down. And Marsh draws the walk, an early win for the left-handed hitting Marsh. He's aboard. Between innings, Lauren Shahadi had a chance to visit with Tyler Glasnow.
Tyler, I was thinking about how this is only game 2 and 3 number ones have touched the ball for the Dodgers. What's the highlight watching Blake tonight?
He's a big game pitcher. He locks it in when he needs to. Stuff is electric tonight, and he's just like the ultimate competitor.
Dave said he asked you want to pitch out of the bullpen, and you shrugged your shoulders and said, sure, it's that easy. What's the biggest difference for you preparation-wise?
Maybe, I think just like the stuff throughout the week, you kind of throw a little bit more on the mound, but not as much volume. And then I'd say just the adrenaline coming into the game, like you're a lot more amped up.
You said you wanted everything tunneled, and it certainly was. Thanks for the time, Tyler.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Brian.
Thanks, Lauren. We appreciate Tyler Glasnow. He's a big story. Looks like the fact he's not in the bullpen right now, that he could be the Game 4 starter, but he did pitch out of the pen, inning and 2/3 in Game 1.
Got 5 huge outs down there. And with the bullpen that's been scuffling, really bridged it to Sasaki at the end. But also one of the great personalities in our game, right? He's so good, and doesn't surprise me at all when Dave Roberts told the story with all these big names, and he's a big name in himself. He said, no problem, I'll go pitch out of the pen.
He was ready for it. Otto Kemp, first career postseason start. Steps into a big spot. Generous call back there for Snell. And the count goes to 2-2. Otto Kemp pressed into duty with Bader's injury. He's only made 8 starts in the major leagues in left field. Only played there 9 times in the minor leagues. Just turned 26. He's a rookie. An undrafted free agent who has found himself in a Game 2 NLDS starting lineup. 2-2 the count. And Snell with the strikeout, down and in slider, and Kemp is gone. Strikeout number 4 for Blake Snell.
Coming off that fastball, right? Same type place, and it just never gets there. Keeps going down and in on these hitters, and great pitch by Snell.
Lineup turns over now. Second time through. Here is Trey Turner. Marsh looks a little uncomfortable at first. On a couple of occasions as Snell has gone to the plate, Marsh has scampered back to first base. Either he doesn't have a read or he's not intending to run.
Another changeup back to back there, and at a good point. You wonder if at some point they're going to push the issue and maybe go 6 for 11 off Snell this year in stolen bases. So
that's a 55% success rate. Marsh, very fast runner, and a swing and a miss. Changeup from Snell at Turner way out in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Snell has been in a lot of favorable counts. 0-2, 1-2, pounding the strike zone early.
3 straight changeups to Trey Turner.
Let's see what he does here. The 1-2, and Turner, a swing and a miss, went back to the changeup, tripled up on him, and strikeout number 5, actually quadrupled up on him, Frenchie.
All 4 pitches, and look, at the end of the day, great job by Blake Snell to sit here. If you see he's going to chase it, and each time it got a little bit lower, and you can see Trey Turner just way out in front. And again, you got to know Trey Turner too. He's a guy that has not had many ABs, missing the last, 3 weeks of the season.
Schwarber takes the first pitch. Snell has gotten 7 swings and misses in this inning alone. Schwarber flew out on the first pitch he saw in the first inning. 7 of the 17 offerings have been swung on and missed. That's one indication of Snell's dominance, when you're seeing a lot of swing and miss. And the Phillies had a ton of swing and miss in Game 1. One of their highest swing and miss games in their postseason history.
It's funny, right now we talk about the lefty righties, and so far Schwarber, the high fly out on the fastball, but Harper and Marsh, BA, both walks left-handed. You just look, to me right now, that changeup he's throwing to these righties tonight is elite.
1 ball, 1 strike. That one's low. Schwarber is mired in a long slump going back into the regular season. Schwarber was 0 for 4 in game 1. He had been 0 for 14 at the end of the regular season after his 2-homer game that got him to 56 homers. Led the National League in home runs this year. Snell just stays on the attack. 92-mile-an-hour slider, and it's 2-2. Major League's RBI champion this year in Kyle Schwarber. Marsh still at first, and now he goes. Snell to first, and Freeman over to Betts. And that'll officially be a caught stealing. It leaves Schwarber in the box. And Blake Snell timed the throw perfectly. Inning over. Scoreless through 3 in game 2. Dodgers coming to bat. On that one, it's got some carry, and it is gone. Teoscar Hernandez. He has flipped the scoreboard. 5-3 Dodgers. What a moment that was in game 1, 7th inning, 2-out, 3-run home run by Teoscar Hernandez. Extended his postseason hitting streak to 9 in a row. So take a look at our quick fire stats presented by Frigidaire. So most RBIs in the team's first 3 postseason games. Garcia-Parra with the Red Sox. Reggie Sanders is a member of the Cardinals. Had 10 straight, or 10 RBIs. And then Teoscar Hernandez with 9. 6 in the 2 games against the Cincinnati Reds in the wild card series, and 3 with 1 swing of the bat in game 1. The 1-1. Sticks the landing on a big sweeper.
And what got that call was that first pitch. Adrian Johnson's had a great zone BA, giving a little bit on the inside corner to these right-handed hitters. So all of a sudden, right, you're kind of aware of that. And then you throw that backdoor sweeper on that pitch, and now he's got him 1-2.
Weak ground ball right back to the mound, and Luzardo fumbling with it. Hernandez not running hard out of the box. Luzardo looked like he was trying to catch a rooster like a coop.
That's one of those that's hit so light at you and weak, and all of a sudden you kind of panic. And look at him, he gives a smile to that one.
I mean, wasn't that part of Rocky's training?
Yeah, that's where you go. Are pitchers really athletes? You know?
See. What's your email address, real quick?
Still got AOL.
Oh, yeah. Of course. 1 away, and Freddie Freeman.
You know, both these pitchers right now, you talk about the last 3 years. These are the 2 winningest organizations in baseball, the Dodgers and Phillies. And they have superstars up and down their lineups. I'm telling you what, Snell and Luzardo right now are in a groove against these 2 great lineups. It's fun to watch.
Last 3 years, these are the 2 winningest teams in baseball, the Phillies and the Dodgers. Dodgers have won the West 12 of the last 13 years. They've been to the postseason 13 straight, 4th in a row for Philadelphia, and back-to-back division champs. And Luzardo with that big sweeper gets ahead of the count, 1-2 on Freddie Freeman. Oh, and he got him. Luzardo strikes out Freeman. Not many make Freddie Freeman look like that.
That's what I was about to say. You get Freddie Freeman to expand the zone twice like that. Wow.
Luzardo picks up his 4th strikeout. Strike 1 to Tommy Edman, the switch hitting second baseman. Grounded out to second his last time up. Luzardo in the first inning gave up a single and a walk. 10 in a row since. It is of note that Ranger Suarez is available in the bullpen tonight for the Phillies. And we asked Rob Thompson if Suarez's success out of the bullpen in recent postseasons had something to do with Luzardo getting this game to start. And he snapped quickly and said, not really. Luzardo's just been that good, and he looks like a dominant pitcher here going into the postseason.
Yeah, he's showing it right now.
And he got him. 11 straight. Jesus Luzardo is locked in early. 4 scoreless against the Dodgers. Schwarber, Harper, and Bohm coming up for the Phils. TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Blake Snell matching Luzardo pitch for pitch. Snell has allowed just the 2 walks, has not allowed a hit through the first 3 innings. 5 strikeouts. Signed that big deal with the Dodgers. Made 2 starts, then went on the injured list with a shoulder injury. And did not return until August 2nd. Building at the right time late in the season to be prepared for the postseason. Went 7 innings with 9 Ks against the Reds in the wild card game. He's got another round here with Schwarber, who was at the plate when Marsh was thrown out trying to steal.
Well, and I thought that at the time, I liked the move, right? You try to get in scoring position for Schwarber. If not, he gets a fresh count. But here Snell comes right back out and just blow after blow. 0-2 again.
Oh no, you go.
Schwarber able to check his swing. Close.
He held it. Jim Wolf agreed.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Schwarber had a big year, likely to finish 2nd in the MVP race to Ohtani. 56 homers, 132 driven in. And a swing and a miss, and Snell strikes him out. Blake Snell is dialed. That's his 6K as we send it down to Lauren Shahadi.
And Brian, I was just thinking that the luxury the Dodgers have is their depth allows them to win a division while having so many starters on the injured list at times, including Snell. And that, it rears its head in October, right? Blake's only pitched 61 1/3 innings of regular season because he dealt with shoulder inflammation, as you said. And his season started in earnest in August. Jeff, think how fresh he is compared to a pitcher who pitched every day, every 5th day since April.
Exactly. And look, Blake Snell, for years, we've always felt like he had more in the postseason. Whether he wasn't allowed to go deeper into games, whatever. But Dave Roberts has kind of taken that off the table now. And
Bryce Harper beats one into the ground. Tommy Edman is there for out number 2. Snell's postseason pitching goes back to his days with the Tampa Bay Rays. Initially as a reliever. That was back in 2019. We were with him in the bubble in 2020 in San Diego that year. And Snell made 6 starts all the way through to the World Series. Dodgers the eventual winners in that 2020 World Series that was played in Arlington. Snell had 3 postseason starts with the Padres in 2022 and then making his 2nd start as a Dodger in his 1st year as a Dodger. Bohm right off the end of the bat and a foul ball. Alec Bohm grounded to 2nd his first time up. A couple of walks and a run in game 1. Had a cracked rib and a shoulder injury this year that cost him significant time. The shoulder was later in the season. And he just made it back for the final 9 games of the year, did Bohm, and he had a 9-game hitting streak. It was a heavy 9 games for Bohm to finish the regular season. 2-1 on Bohm with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. Changeup.
There it is, right? You get a 2-1 count. He throws that slider in. You think, okay, here comes the heater. And Snell just right now at any point feels like he can throw that changeup. Just so you know, as a hitter, what he's thinking, Bohm up there right now, in his mind, he thinks, I got that pitch, could be coming again, but also could get 97 in. And that's what these Phillies hitters are dealing with right now.
I'm a hitter. I'm asking, what's on that card? And what do they know about me that I don't know about me? Snell puts a fastball right by him. Bohm stands there, watches it go by. Blake Snell, 7 strikeouts through the first 4 innings. Pitchers are dominant. You're watching the 2025 National League Division Series. It's presented by Booking.com. The 2025 MLB postseason is brought to you by Ring. Protect your home with Major League Security from Ring. Shop cameras, doorbells, and alarms at Ring.com. And brought to you by PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Kike Hernandez on the first pitch. Pop up to Sosa for out number 1. We are looking at a master class in pitching early in this game. Each pitcher threw 4 innings. Luzardo's only given up the 1 hit. He's walked 1. He's now retired 12 in a row. He's got 5 Ks. And with 1 out, here is Miggy Rojas.
Let me remind you, these are some of the best hitters in our game up here right now. Go look at the season numbers. And both these guys right now are in complete control.
The command with the stuff is what just jumps off the page at you. The placement of some of these pitches. Unhittable spots in the box. Already 12 strikeouts combined here through the first 4 innings.
And again, another first pitch 0-2 count right here. The more these pitchers keep putting these hitters in these 0-2, 1-2 counts, DA, the more uncomfortable, the more they're going to chase. They're just setting them up.
Luzardo had a great start to the year, had a poor middle of the year, but his last 11 starts, an ERA of 2.84, and he won 7 of the last 11. That's a shot right back up the middle, and Luzardo snares one. Pitchers are athletes. What a redemption for Luzardo after the last one he played. Oh my goodness. At you.
I'm sorry, Jesus. I'll take back what I said. That was very athletic right there.
Looking up to the heavens.
That's a good pick.
Pages first ball swinging, fly ball to right. This is going to be a quick one. 6-pitch inning. Jesus Luzardo. He's retired 14 straight, 5 scoreless against the Dodgers. Phillies coming to bat. Strike away the 0-2. A bouncer. Ruiz. In time. Roy Halladay has thrown a no-hitter. One of the most incredible sporting occurrences I've ever witnessed. And it was on this day 15 years ago, October 6th, 2010. Roy Halladay threw just the second no-hitter in MLB history. And the Cincinnati Reds had no chance that day. I worked that game with Joe Simpson, the great Joe Simpson, and David Aldridge. And it was so great to see these two throw out the ceremonial first pitch today. The sons of Roy Halladay, Braden, who's now 25, Ryan celebrating his 21st birthday. They throw it to Chooch.
Yep, Roy's favorite catcher.
Reynolds Ruiz was behind the plate, made the last out. A happy birthday to Ryan Halladay. He was celebrating his 6th birthday on that day when his father threw the no-hitter, and we miss Roy Halladay. It was a tragic ending to his life. It is always going to be one of the greatest moments in baseball history. To do that in a postseason was his very first postseason start.
It's been 8 years since he passed, too. We miss seeing him at the park, and his name will be up there forever. And one of the great all-time competitors. That's what I remember most. That game obviously was incredible, but he took that into almost every game he pitched, whether it was a 12 o'clock game in Florida on a Sunday afternoon. He had that competitiveness, and one of the greats.
Jimmy Rollins on that team, of course. JT Realmuto, big swing and a foul. Blake Snell in a 2-2 count. Snell and Luzardo are paying great honor to Roy Halladay with their performances to start this game. Dodgers have one hit. Snell has not allowed one yet through the first 4 innings. Full count. Snell does have 2 walks. He walked Harper in the first and a leadoff walk to Marsh would later pick him off. Snell pushes the button on the pitch comm on his belt. He's one of the few pitchers that calls his own game. Mostly just the veteran pitchers do that. 3-2, Realmuto, high fly ball into right. Backing up on it is Teoscar Hernandez, and it is out number 1. T-Mobile, the best network in the game, is now the best network in America. One away for Nick Castellanos. He has seen nothing but strikes. Snell struck him out on 3 pitches in the second. Opens him up with a strike here in his second AB.
And that 3-2 to JT Realmuto gave it a little bit of a ride. Right problem is that fastball just up above the zone, and it's one of those that's almost too close to take, and you can't get good wood on it, can't get on top of it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Castellanos had a 1-2 count. Castellanos really struggled post All-Star break and ended up in a platoon with Max Kepler in right field. The Harrison Bader injury has Castellanos in right field tonight. Probably would have been with Snell on the mound anyway. Post All-Star break, Castellanos hit .207 and an OPS of .582. Those are un-Castellanos-like numbers. And Rob Thompson had to make the hard managerial move and turn that into a left-right platoon with Max Kepler, which did not go well with Nick Castellanos. Snell's got him down, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not able to lay off. Good take.
I tell you right now, right-handed, left-handed, it doesn't really matter for either one of these pitchers. The groove they're in. I don't know if we've seen Snell to a right-hander pull a changeup over the plate yet. Everyone has been right on the plate or off it.
See what he does. 2-2. Another good take. You know Snell is counting on Castellanos continuing as a free swinger, and he hasn't been.
He 3-2 to Realmuto, climbed the ladder with that fastball. Let's see what he does to Castellanos.
So Edmundo Sosa do next. Back-to-back 3-2 counts, and Castellanos on the ground, gobbled up by Rojas. He's smooth operator out there, and 2 men are out. Snell's made the pitches when he's had to in the 2 full counts in this inning. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Edmundo Sosa. That's part of the other platoon for Rob Thompson at second base with Bryson Stott. Sosa, first ball swinging, that's down, a base hit. First hit of the game for the Phillies. And Sosa in ambush mode. A soft liner that finds the grass in right center, and the Phillies with a base runner.
This was a changeup off the plate. Wasn't even a strike, but when you hear a bat die a hero, that one died a big hero.
Third base runner against Snell. 2 walks and a single. Brandon Marsh, who drew one of those walks last time up. Swing and a miss. Big curve from Snell.
All night, it's like these pitchers are a step ahead of the hitters. Brandon Marsh, one of the most patient hitters in all of baseball, goes up there to try to jump a first pitch heater. And what does Snell do? Throws him the first pitch curveball this time.
Two outs, runner at first. Phillies haven't put a runner in scoring position yet tonight. And a rollover ground ball. Freddie Freeman will take it to the bag, and Blake Snell gives up his first hit of the night. Strands a runner at first. We're on our way to the 6th inning. No score in game 2. Dodgers coming to bat. Dave Roberts going to play his first card of the night. Will Smith will pinch hit for Ben Rortvedt. Similar routine that Dave Roberts went on game 1. Try to get Smith in to catch the back half of the game. So Smith will bat. Luzardo back on the mound. He has retired 14 in a row. Gave up a single and a walk back-to-back in the first inning to Betts and Teoscar Hernandez, and nothing since. Each club with a hit. And on the first pitch, Smith a bouncer to Bohm. Long throw is a good one. 1 pitch and 1 out. And Smith is retired. We send it to Adam Lefkoe in our Atlanta studio. All right, thank you, Adam. That's a good report from Milwaukee. Churio and Harrison Bader, the 2 injured players in this postseason, not on the IL. Remember, if you go on the injured list now, you are not eligible to return to the World Series. So good news for the Brewers there. Back to the top of the order. 3rd time around now for Luzardo. Shohei Ohtani is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Ryan Kerkering, who was impressive in game 1, loosening in the bullpen. And Ohtani down the left field line, slicing foul. 1-2 on Shohei Ohtani.
I know he's loosening up right now, but you got to let it ride right now. I know something's got to happen quick. We're in the 6th inning, but he's pouring strikes right now.
Luzardo has been on the attack. Been in an 0-2 or a 1-2 count 19 times. One and 2 the count. And that's a ball down and away. 9 out of 19, I should say, in this division series game. Pitch count in great shape here. And Ohtani rollover ground ball. Nice easy hop for Harper. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. Lefkoe mentioned it. Cubs and Brewers are coming up next. Alex Faust, Ron Darling, Lauren Jabara will have the call for you here on TBS. You can see that game on True TV and streaming on HBO Max. Tomorrow, the American League back at it. Travel day for the AL today. Mariners Tigers will start the day tomorrow. That game's on FS1. Blue Jays Yankees to follow, also on FS1.
Can hammer a cheesesteak tonight and watch Alex and Ronnie up there.
Mariners tied that series over the Tigers yesterday with a dramatic win. Betts down 0-2. Fly ball down the left field line, gonna hook. Foul in the seats. Mookie Betts has the lone Dodger hit. Got a single in the first. The 0-2. Just missed. Real Muto makes them all look good. He's a great framer back there, especially with a guy pitching with the command of Luzardo. A ball and 2 strikes on Betts. Pops it up. Foul territory. Harper settles. He's got it. Luzardo keeps it rolling. 17 consecutive Dodgers retired. It's still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Season is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. 24/7 protection when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle. Learn more at progressive.com. And by Panera. What a game this is. The pitchers have dominated. Will Smith will enter the game behind the plate after a pinch hit appearance. And you saw those troubled faces of the position players so far in this game with Luzardo and Blake Snell. Just so impressive to start this game. It's the velocity, it's the shapes, it's the command, it's all of it.
Now both guys, BA, are doing it with all their pitches. It's not just like here's fastballs blowing you away. They're pitching ahead, moving locations, eye levels. It's been a masterclass.
Otto Kemp, number 9 hitter. How many times throughout the course of baseball history has it been the guy you don't expect to deliver in a big postseason game? Think about Bernie Carbo or Mark Lemke.
Yeah.
Otto Kemp gets his chance and a swing and a miss. That changeup is filthy. Twice he has struck out Kemp. 1 away here in the 6th as we kick it down to Lauren.
Brian, I'm by the Phillies dugout, watched Jesus Luzardo walking back to the dugout after that last half inning, and when he passed Rob Thompson, he looked down and away. He didn't even want to give him the opportunity. Avoid eye contact, Brian.
Yeah, I feel like that is the way you express to your manager, tell the bullpen to sit down.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's funny, we celebrate Roy Halladay's 15th or no-hitter 15 years ago. I think Roy Halladay would have looked and give the old Mike Massena, remember, no, you stay in there right now. And I think both these guys are feeling that right now.
Turner takes a ball. Count evens at 1-1. Just had Mike Schmidt pop into the booth. Always a thrill to see a legend like that. And having a chat about this game and Philadelphia Phillies postseason baseball. Snell again with the breaking ball. Turner's out in front of it. Remember, Snell threw Trey Turner 4 consecutive changeups his last at bat, and he struck him out. Tantalizing off-speed stuff. And the 1-2 is in the dirt. It's the 2nd consecutive game Dave Roberts has been more than comfortable switching catchers in the middle of a start. Did it with Ohtani in game 1, does it with Snell here in game 2 as they try to get Will Smith back acclimated after missing all of that time. He's missed almost a month with that hand fracture. Schwarber due next.
We'll see 3-2 tonight, BA. He's come with heaters, but Turner has really gone after that change.
Payoff pitch, and Turner draws the walk. And now a big base stealer who's been hampered by a hamstring injury is aboard with 1 away. Snell issues his 3rd walk. Hank Aaron Award honors the best offensive player in both the American and National Leagues. Your vote helps decide the winner. MLB.com/Aaron to cast your ballot. Schwarber steps in.
You know, they've said all the right things with Trey Turner being healthy. 36 stolen bases this year, so obviously a great time to run. But again, how does that hamstring play out?
Only caught 7 times. the batting champion this year, Turner. It's been out a month. Turner got one game in before the end of the regular season, the final Sunday of the year. Playing in his second straight game, had the long layoff. Remember, the Phillies earned the bye, so they didn't play last week. Scoreless game. Bottom of the sixth. Turner goes. Pitches outside. Throw to second. Skips away from Betts, and Turner is in there. That is a sizable stolen base. Wasn't a bad throw by Will Smith.
Let me tell you, seeing this right here in live, he got a great jump, but if Mookie holds on to this, they might have him. They might have had him right on that thing, bang, bang.
Bit of a short
he would have had him look at it. It just flips out at the end. Break for the Phillies.
It was just a tiny short hop. Couldn't secure the ball. Now the go-ahead run in scoring position. And a big swing by Schwarber.
Look at this, BA. The ball's in the glove. I know it was right on the edge. And then just as he was coming up with the glove, the ball popped out.
2-1 to Kyle Schwarber. Tied him up. Checked his swing. 3 balls and a strike. Bryce Harper due next. Blake Trinan in the Dodger bullpen.
We came on the air talking about 1, 2, 3 for the Phillies and happened to do something. Well, here's their opportunity. Leadoff hitter got on with a walk, and you have Schwarber and Harper.
Schwarber sitting on an 0 for 20 streak at the plate, going back into the regular season. He has been spending hours and hours in the cage and off the tee with hitting coach Kevin Long, trying to fight his way through this slump. Hitters count 3-1. Schwarber takes ball 4. 2 on, 1 out. Bryce Harper coming up. Mark Pryor, the Dodger pitching coach, on his way to the mound. Give his hurler a breather and set it up for Bryce Harper. Just the man the Phillies want at the plate at a big spot. Harper still in search of his first World Series title. But he has been a great player in the postseason. Clutch. .325 hitter in his last 3 postseasons. OPS over 1100 in his last 3 postseasons. 2 on, 1 out. The moment of truth has arrived.
For 5 innings, Blake Snell has looked in complete control. All of a sudden here, seeing that pitch count go up over 90 now and kind of missing down in that zone with every off speed.
Back-to-back walks. First and second with 1 away. Harper late on it, fouls it back. This is Harper's first plate appearance with a runner in scoring position. Didn't have that chance in game 1. First time the Phillies have put a runner at second base in this game against Snell. 1-2 the count.
And again, you're seeing these big swings, right? Bryce wants to be in the moment. More than anything, that broken bat that you saw Sosa, anything like that scores Turner here. So if you're Harper, you got to find a way to try to put this ball in play and shoot it anywhere.
See what Snell has in mind here. Inside move. What a matchup. High-priced talents at the top of their game right now. Snell against Harper. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harper roll over foul ball. Frenchie's thrown him 4 consecutive sliders.
Well, the thing is, right, do you want to try to lock him up in with that heater?
Risky. Snell deals. Harper lays off, throws him a curveball this time. Everything's spinning away from the left-handed hitter.
And again, I think what Bryce is doing now, you've seen him lay off that pitch. I think he's shooting his sights to left center right here, trying to drive that left center gap. And if he throws that fastball right as a hitter, you can see they're shaded that way. Got to try to fight off that heater end.
Best arm of the outfield is in center field with Pages. Turner, great speed at second base. And Harper, a swing at him as he struck him out. Snell goes back to the slider. What a big K that was. Blake Snell, 9 strikeouts.
Just relentless with it. Threw 1 curveball to mix him up, get his eye level off, and then went right back to that slider. And I'll tell you what, this is where Dave Roberts, you talk about trusting his starters. You got a nasty right-handed sinker baller in the bullpen with Alec Boehm coming up. 96 pitches, a stressful inning. And you want to talk about trusting your starter? He's telling him right here, this is your inning.
Throughout his career, Snell would be out of the game with the Rays and the Padres in the postseason. Dave Roberts going to let it ride here with Alec Boehm. First one's inside. I'm sure part of that has to do with the Dodgers' struggles in their bullpen, although Trinan pitched well in the wild card series. 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, and this is where Boehm's got to stay disciplined here. 2-0. Chances are you're not just getting a fastball. His pitch all night's been that changeup.
You get through Harper, you still have to deal with Boehm. And Boehm on the ground. Rojas, a race to the bag. He dives and out at third. Rojas and Turner both dive in head first at third base. That was risky for Rojas. Turner was flying down the line. And Rojas just beats him to the bag. Wow. What a finish to the inning. The Phillies strand 2. We are still scoreless. To the 7th we go. Presented by Progressive. Risky move by Miggy Rojas.
All the time during the regular season, you see that ball go across the diamond. Boehm, slow runner. He didn't want to throw it. And look, Rojas used that play was really close.
Jim Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Dropping the biceps on him.
How does he not?
What a play. That could have been a game changer. Could have loaded the bases. So we are still scoreless as we go to the 7th inning. Teoscar Hernandez leads off for the Dodgers. It was in the 7th inning in game 1. He delivered the 3-run home run, the game winner. Luzardo is a machine right now. There is activity. Strom, the lefty, joins Orion Kerkering, the right-hander. Unless there is any significant trouble, this is Luzardo's game. His pitch count's in great shape. Still throwing hard. That one at 98. Sitting on 17 straight. Dodgers retired. Dodgers haven't had a base runner since 1 out in the 1st inning. Teoscar Hernandez walked in that 1st inning. And he has pitched from the windup exclusively since. Been out of the stretch, only 2 batters tonight. Line shot, center field, and a base hit for Hernandez. Turned it around quickly. Hardest hit ball of the night. Hernandez is aboard on a leadoff single. And now Rob Thompson has decisions to make.
Yeah, got one, hung that one a little bit too much, and Hernandez, I think Luzardo, the way he got Freddie Freeman last time on those sweepers, he's going to give him every opportunity right here.
Freddie Freeman is 0 for 2, a fly out to right and a strikeout.
Now, great location. One thing with Jesus Luzardo, third time through the lineup, he gets better.
Yes.
And that's where I think you got to look at those numbers as they go for the postseason. And no, we saw it all year.
He is one of the rare starting pitchers that improves from the first to the second, second to the third time through a batting order.
Hey, you can see right here, third time. I mean, it just gets even better. That OPS well below 600. You just got 17 guys in a row and you hung a changeup.
Oh.
And let's give Teoscar Hernandez some credit too. He's shortened up.
Oh yeah.
Took the humble approach. He played a little pepper.
He's got a 10-game hitting streak in the postseason now with that one.
Dodger record is 12. A.J. Ellis and a 12-game hitting streak. And Freddie Freeman down the right field line, down a base hit. Hernandez on his way to third. Freeman is on his way to second base. It's going to be a double for Freddie Freeman. And now the Dodgers in business. 2 on, second and third, nobody out in the seventh. And Rob Thompson is on his way. So Luzardo, who had retired 17 straight, gives up a single and a double to start this seventh. And into the bullpen go the Phillies. Luzardo pitched beautifully.
Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Want some MLB trivia? Just ask Siri. What team has the most World Series titles?
Jesus Luzardo is out, first-year Philly. Biggest start of his career to this point, and he held up very well. 6+ innings, only gave up 3 hits. He retired 17 in a row, second most in Phillies postseason history, only behind Roy Halladay. And now it's a Ryan Kerkering, who came in with a blistering fastball in game 1. And he has inherited a mess here with second and third and nobody out in the 7th inning.
And you see that bottom number, 32 inherited runners, 14 have scored. But they also, Rob Thompson telling us today, BA, they felt like they saw a different guy in game 1. There were 1, 2, 3 inning there, 2 Ks on only 10 pitches.
Tommy Edman, the switch hitter, turns around. It's right-handed for the first time, and he is down 0-2. Edman slightly better batting average against right-handed pitching. OPS is a little less than. Up and in. Kerkering opened Rob Thompson's eyes in game 1. Didn't know what to expect. It's been a shaky year for Kerkering. He's only 24 years of age. But he's pitched himself into the big leverage role, and he strikes out Tommy Edman on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. That's a big out. Down to Lauren.
Rob Thompson has felt good about the last 3 or 4 Kerkering outings. He says, I see him pounding the zone. He looks confident. I always look for that breaking ball, and if he's landing it in the right spot, that's the key for me. We'll keep an eye.
I agree, Lauren. I think if he was in that trust tree, we would have saw him the 7th the other night, but after that outing, he's in that trust tree, and that's why he's in this ball game right now.
Kerkering putting a big fastball on Kike Hernandez. Hernandez, 2 RBI double in game 1. He's been a beast in the postseason. Breaks his bat and coming to the plate. Hernandez, the throw to the plate, the tag. He's safe. The Phillies will most certainly want to look at this. Teoscar Hernandez had a late break. He scores. The throw was a little on the first base side of home plate, and for now the Dodgers strike first and are in front 1-0.
Man, he made a pitch, and as you said, if this throw, we're going to see the replay. If this throw's on the plate, no doubt he's out. Real Muto had to reach a little bit.
Oh, he's in there.
Yep.
Toe is in. Good call. Home plate umpire Adrian Johnson right on it. It is in the hands of the replay room in New York City. Replay review powered by Zoom. They're getting a look at all these angles, and that one on the bottom right should make this a quick one. Get 2 challenges prior to the 8th inning in the playoffs.
You can see it. That foot just gets across, but I'll tell you what, PA, if that throw is anywhere on the plate, he's out.
I agree.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. Philadelphia will lose their challenge and have 1 challenge left.
That's the voice of Mark Wagner, the crew chief. The Dodgers are in front, and it's Kike Hernandez with an RBI on a fielder's choice. Freddie Freeman made it all the way around to third base, and now it's first and third with 1 away.
Those are the little breaks you get sometimes. I mean, he made a beautiful pitch.
Yes.
Blew his bat up, got it right where he wanted.
Well, in the words of our pal Dusty Baker, I'm not looking for exit velocity, I'm looking for exit hits.
No doubt.
And they just got one off the bat that had enough to deliver that run. Hernandez with his 3rd RBI in this series, and now 6 in the postseason. Here's Max Muncy pinch hitting.
Oh.
Back-to-back games, the Dodgers take the lead in the 7th inning. Crowd is quiet. Muncy came off the bench in game 1. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He's batting for Miguel Rojas, and will stay in to play third base. And it's 3-0.
Yeah, you got the righty Pajes on deck and a base open again. We saw this with Muncy the other night. David Robertson getting the 3-0 on him.
Walked him on 4 consecutive pitches. And the bases are loaded now, full of Dodgers with 1 away in the 7th.
Does a little hop bring a little luck? Catch the game like never before with AI from Google Cloud.
Matt Strahm in the Philadelphia bullpen. Kerkering facing his 4th batter, Pajes, who takes a strike.
You heard fans boo a little bit when he walked Muncy, but that was the intentional walk. Set up, force played home, double play up the middle.
Pajes fouls it away, and it's 0-2. Phillies have their infield halfway in up the middle. They're in on the corners.
Yeah, if this ball's hit to Turner real quick, you're going to see they're going to have a chance to get 2 possibly.
Pajes runs well. Tough guy to double up. Ooh, had a big swing. Went upstairs with a fastball. Count stays at 0-2. That run belongs to Luzardo. Game-breaking opportunity here for Pajes and the Dodgers. The music plays, but the crowd is silent. 0-2 the count. Oh, he popped him up. Harper's got a play here. Best case scenario for Kerkering. Everybody stays put. A foul pop for the 2nd out. And now the Phillies can back up defensively.
I'll tell you what, in all intents and purposes right here, if you're the Phillies, if you find a way to get out of this after you made the pitch, you got the run, you gotta believe they gotta feel like a win if they only give up 1 run right here.
Blake Snell looks to be done. That's Emmett Sheehan in the Dodger bullpen. Will Smith, first ball swinging, line drive down, base hit. Freddie Freeman is in to score. Hernandez right behind him, and Will Smith delivers with a 2 RBI single. 3-0 Dodgers in the 7th.
And we talked all year about how big Will Smith has been for this Dodgers team. Gets hurt. Gordon Vett's kind of taking over, and right here he gets a first pitch, and you can see just doesn't do a whole lot, and Will Smith times it up. What a massive hit for the Dodgers.
And what a gamer. A guy who's been out for almost a month with a fractured hand. Will Smith. He would never be in this spot in the batting order if he wasn't injured and coming in the middle of games. Sitting in the 9th spot. He just delivers his first hit of the postseason this year. And the Dodgers are up 3-0. Pitching change in Philadelphia. Shadow Creek in Vegas. November 18th, 9:30 Eastern on TNT. Go to MLB.com/golf for more details. Kerkering is out. 2 outs in the inning. Matt Strahm is in. Shohei Ohtani is coming up, and 2 men are on for LA.
Yeah, this matchup happened in game 1, and Strahm got Ohtani looking. Trying to put out the fire here and keep this a 3-run ball game.
Ohtani on the first pitch.
Yeah, that was the first hit with a runner in scoring position for either team tonight there by Will Smith. Something else too they were missing with him. You said Mr. Clutch. 337 runners in scoring position this year, Will Smith.
Smith jumped on the first pitch. 2 RBI single to left center. Ohtani hits it sharply through for a base hit. This is going to bring in another run. Muncy will score. Over to third goes Smith. And the Dodgers are rolling offensively now. It's been a 4 spot here in the 7th inning. Ohtani blisters one into right center.
I mean, this ball 112 off the bat. Watch this. This ball was by Sosa by the time he could even move. That's how hard that ball came off Ohtani's bat. And they continue to run the bases. Will Smith first to third.
Ohtani with his first RBI of this division series after he drove in 4 with a couple of homers in the wild card series. Mookie Betts now takes a ball. 2 of the runs belonging to Luzardo deserved a better fate. The other 2 belong to Kerkering. Betts, fly ball center field, and Marsh will settle under it, and the inning is over. The Los Angeles Dodgers come off the deck. They put 4 runs on the board. 4 hits in the inning for LA. 9 batters come up, and it's 4-0 Dodgers. Stretch time in Philadelphia. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The 2025 National League Division Series, presented by Booking.com.
Upgrade, new style, glow up, better go, go, girl. New wave, who's that?
Game 2 of the NLDS. Bring inside the booth, presented by AT&T. Brian Anderson with Jeff Francoeur. 7th inning has been the winning inning for the Los Angeles Dodgers in the first 2.
7 of the 9 runs scored. 7th inning for the Dodgers, and right there, none other than Will Smith to get it going. Guy's had a heck of a year. He's been hurt, but you know what? Give him credit. He came out ready on that first pitch right there. Saul did not want to get behind with Kerkering and that fastball tonight. Really, when you talk about a 1 to 3-0 lead in the playoffs, the way that the Dodgers pitching has been, it's got to feel huge. And for Will Smith, man, to work all the way back, not have time to get these at bats, to miss the time he has to come up and get a hit like that, just shows you how valuable he is to this Dodgers fan.
Emmett Sheehan now coming out of the bullpen is a major story for the Dodgers. He was not sharp in the wild card series in his appearance. However, Dave Roberts said he believes in the stuff. He thinks he's gotten the postseason nerves out of him.
Well, for the Phillies right now, as you see Max Muncy takes over at third, he threw an inning, third of an inning in that wild card game 2. 2 walks, gave up a couple runs.
4-0 LA.
But again, Dave Roberts loves this man's stuff. Great fastball, 96 to 97, good slider and change.
Emmett Sheehan, 25 years of age, coming back from Tommy John surgery. Came back halfway through the year. They're great, young, talented prospects as he was coming up in the organization. Very pitching-rich organization, the Dodgers. Real Muto is 0 for 2. Slow roller to short. Mookie Betts snatches one over first in time for out number 1. All of a sudden, the Dodger bullpen, which had a lot of questions going into the postseason, certainly after big ERAs in the wild card series, questions going into this NLDS, but the emergence of Roki Sasaki as the closer. Trinan pitched well in the wild card series, and now this litmus test here for Emmett Sheehan. You could see the makings of a pretty nasty bullpen here for Dave Roberts.
Well, the advantage they have too with these off days, right? Who's the first guy out of the bullpen both games? A starter. I mean, he's pitched a few times out of the bullpen this year, Sheehan, but he's been a starter. So they're going to what their strength is, which they've had a plethora of starting pitching. Some's been hurt. Snell's back. Ohtani's fully going now. So again, for Dave Roberts, you're able to go to some of your high leverage guys. You see Glasnow there. He went in game 1, and now another starter here in game 2 to bridge that gap to Sasaki. And I would imagine you're probably going to have Vesia at some point up there if things get in trouble.
Even Clayton Kershaw, first ballot Hall of Famer, is available in the bullpen for the Dodgers. 0-2 the count on Castellanos. Fly ball into right. Over is Hernandez, and he's got it for out number 2. Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org. Follow @playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Bryson Stott will get an at-bat here in the 7th. Phillies desperate for base runners. Stott and Edmundo Sosa in a second base platoon. See, the Phillies bullpen is active with Tanner Banks. Dodgers will have Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, Tommy Edman coming up in the 8th.
That's in. One out here.
Dodgers have scored 9 runs in the first 2 games of the series, 7 coming on 2-out hits. Things might have been different. Turner's throw was just enough up the first base line that allowed Teoscar Hernandez to slide in safely. Bang bang play at the plate, open the inning. Hot one right to second base, no problem for Edman. And Emmett Sheehan, that's the bounce back the Dodgers were looking for. Sheehan a 1-2-3 7th. We go to the 8th. Dodgers lead 4-0. Dodgers trying to do something that has not been done in 25 years of Major League Baseball. That's go back-to-back, winning World Series. 12 postseason appearances, 2 titles from 1975 to 2012. They're in their 13th straight now with 2 World Series titles. And a team that has a 4-0 lead in game 2 of this division series. And Teoscar Hernandez on the first pitch he sees. Base hit, he's kind of trying to stretch it into 2. The tag, he's out. Hernandez thinks he's safe. Great throw in from center field. And we'll see if the Dodgers want to challenge this.
Marsh did a good job of backhanding this ball and getting in quick. Looks like we're going to get a replay.
Kind of stumbled around first, but he had made up his mind. And yeah, got him on the shin. The toe might have been in there.
I'll call at second base.
Ooh, I don't know. That's close.
Well, the call in the field was out.
Got to be convincing evidence to overturn.
And I always go, it's like, that's one where, you, to me, just looking at it right here.
Oh, my goodness.
If he called him safe, that probably stays safe.
We're looking at replay speeds the human eye can't even register live, and it's still hard to determine. This one depends on what side of the fence you're on.
That was a great throw by Marsh, though. The backhand, one hop. As you said, if Fernandez probably doesn't stumble a little bit going around first.
That's going to be tough to overturn.
Yeah.
At least with the angles we saw in the replay review room in New York. They are looking at all these angles. They have the ability to stitch different images together as well. Yeah, I don't know.
I think he got him.
The second the glove makes contact is the spike on the bag. Wow. I mean, that's as close as it could possibly be. And if you're a Dodger fan, you're like, he's clearly safe. And if you're on the Phillies side, clearly out.
Yeah.
And judging by the duration of this replay, you can tell this one is perplexing.
Oh, the umpire pulled his hammy.
I think you're right.
Did you see that?
I did.
Can we get that replay?
That's the crew. Here he is.
Call in the field stands. The runner is out. The
Whoa.
Dodgers will lose their challenge and have one challenge left.
There you go. So Mark Wegner endured. He had the calling.
And he's walking back to his position. Oh, he's got a little limp.
Yeah, he's.
Watch this.
He's hurting out there. So because it was an out.
Yeah.
Just by the leg.
Watch right here. Watch Mark Wegner's leg.
Yeah.
Oh,
got him.
God. You don't think this is intense? We got umpires blowing out.
Yeah, he's hurting a little bit. Mark Wegner is a crew chief. One of the best umpires in the game. So one away as Hernandez trying to stretch that to a double. Again, you can just by the verbiage they use, when they say the call stands, that essentially tells you there's not enough evidence to overturn the call. If there was, it obviously would have been overturned. And if they were convinced in the replay room, they would use the word confirmed.
Yeah.
But they did not. So one out. Tanner Banks making his DS debut. Stott stays in to play second base. Freddie Freeman, a rollover grounder on a hop. Stott for out number 2. Looking ahead to the Phillies' 8th inning. Marsh will lead off. Otto Kemp scheduled to hit after that. Then to the top of the order in Trey Turner. Eight, 9, and 1 coming up. Anybody gets on, it would be Schwarber and then Harper. Phillies had their best chance to score in the 6th. They had 2 on with 1 out. And then Harper struck out and Bohm grounded out on that bang-bang play at third base to end the inning. Edman skies one to center. Marsh is there. And the inning is over. Tanner Banks puts up a 0. Phillies coming up, running out of time. '25 MLB postseason is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. And brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. Action from base cam and tape room, making sure Mark Wegner with the yelp hazard duty out there, the second base umpire. He's going to stick it out. Emmett Sheehan has been a starter Dave Roberts feels comfortable with him in multiple innings. He does tighten up his defense, though, with Dean in center. Pages moves over to right. Familiar move when the Dodgers have a late lead. Teoscar Hernandez is out.
Right here you got 8-9, and then you flip it back over to that top part. And if the Phillies are going to get anything going, this is kind of the inning.
4-0 Dodgers. All 4 runs coming in the 7th. And Mars skies one to Dean. Just into the game. And out number 1. So you can make your voice heard. Vote now to select the 2025 All MLB team. It's your chance to be part of history and honor this season's top performers. Terms and conditions apply. See MLB.com/AllMLB for details. Otto Kemp scheduled to hit. It's going to be Max Kepler instead. Likely to stay in and play left field in the 9th inning. Phillies desperate for base runners, French.
Yeah, they are. Kepler had that double last night down the right field line off Sasaki on a split. So again, right here, BA, you're going on over 16 innings and only 6 hits this series for the Phillies.
Phillies with just 1 hit in this game 2. As Kepler takes a strike. Edmundo Sosa had a first pitch swinging single with 2 outs in the 5th. And that's been it for Philadelphia. Blake Snell, another Dodger starter who goes at least 6 innings. Snell has gone 7 innings with 9 Ks in the wild card game, 6 innings with 9 Ks in game 2 of this division series. Kepler down the right field line. That's staying fair. And Kepler on his way to second as it gets by Pages. Thinking about third. Kepler's on his way. He is in with a triple. Had a double last night in the 9th. He's got a triple here in the bottom of the 8th.
It's almost the same exact thing as last night. Kind of just got this jammed and he pulled his hands in beautifully. And then Betts had a nice beat on this, and at the very end it just, Pages just scooted on him.
That was an amazing shot down the line. You could see how Kepler somehow kept that ball fair. It had very little hook on it. And now Trey Turner. Well, this is the action moment. If you're the Phillies, you got your top hitters coming up. Schwarber due next. Turner is 0 for 2 with a walk, and he sends one back up the middle, and it's an RBI single for Trey Turner. The Phillies are on the board.
Now Turner finally got something up in the zone that he likes. Kind of interesting right here. This ball is smoked, and watch Dean in center. He had to go down to his legs to slide to keep that ball in front of him. Looks like a hockey goalie.
Does make you wonder, the outfield that maybe have a little moisture on it. That ball that's shot by Pages as well.
I think it was also hit a little harder than he thought. And again, like you said, that's skipped. And look at that. He went straight hockey goalie.
You're an old outfielder. The light green versus the dark green is the blades of the grass, the way they're mowed. And that one definitely had some hydroplane to it. Vesia is starting to loosen up quickly here as Mark Pryor goes to the mound to buy a little time. 8th inning has been a struggle inning for the Dodger pen this postseason. They've allowed 6 runs on 7 hits, 9 walks. She had a part of that in the wild card series. Sheehan retired the side in order in the 7th. He's given up a triple and a single with 1 out here in the 8th. And now it's Schwarber. Turner with his first RBI in this postseason. Schwarber always ready to fire on the first pitch.
You want to talk about Dave Roberts telling us he had confidence in his young pitcher, huh? Giving him the opportunity right here.
Letting him ride. Seventh batter that Sheehan is facing, and now having some trouble with a pitch count. Crowd is loud. Sheehan can't hear. Most of the time it is operator error with pitch count. Bring him on with a fresh battery.
Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness.
And now Sheehan has it where he can hear it.
I would expect a diet of a lot of sliders, changeups, and curveballs right here.
And now Adrian Johnson pops out, warns Sheehan, you have to make sure the batter is attentive to you as the pitcher. Resets the clock.
That's in. 1-0 here.
Started with a curve. Schwarber walked his last time up in an 0 for 20 slump. One swing of the bat could change this game. 4-1 Dodgers. And Schwarber, man, he's able to check his swing. That was close.
Yeah, that was.
It was an awkward movement by Schwarber. Ooh. Could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Schwarber got a break.
And again, that's where Schwarber's got to be smart right here. You need one more runner to bring the tying run up.
Bryce Harper due next. Right on the edge. Perfectly placed fastball by Sheehan. Two balls and a strike on Kyle Schwarber. Another one on the outer half. Nailed the outside corner with a slider. Sheehan has made two big pitches to get him back in the count here. 2-2 now. Turner, great speed at first, and Schwarber is going to ask for and is granted his lone timeout. Phillies have been asking their top three hitters to deliver the last 3 years. 2-2. Schwarber, a swing and a miss. No, it's a foul tip right into the mid. It's a strikeout. 98 miles an hour. I didn't know if he got a piece or not, but he did. And it is a huge K for Sheehan. Just challenged him, Frenchie.
Wow, came in right there, and you see Schwarber did get a piece of it. In 0-2, and you paint a fastball, paint a slider, and then you get his eyesight out over the plate and you bust him in. Wow.
Big K. Here's Harper. Right at him with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Sheehan showing no fear on the mound. Harper's 0 for 2 with a walk. And it's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch outside. 1-2 the count. This crowd here at Citizens Bank Park, they want it, but they know the odds are against them right now. One ball, 2 strikes. Had a good cut at that one. Sheehan just letting it fly. Trying in the right-hander, Vesia the left-hander.
Yeah, I would think with Vesia now, with Bohm on deck, probably that's a area where he's going to sit down.
Dave Roberts sticking with Sheehan against Schwarber and Harper instead of Vesia. The 1-2, Harper, fly ball to center, routine for Dean. And the Philly struggles continue, and Emmett Sheehan gives up an RBI single to Turner, but that is all. 4-1. Dodgers lead it. We go to the ninth in game 2. Look at the latest betting odds from DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Place your bets live today. Sign up with the promo code HEAT. Los Angeles Dodgers, 3 defensive outs away from going up 2-0 in this best-of-5 series. For the second consecutive game in this division series, Johan Duran will come on with the Phillies down. Kepler stays in to play left after his triple. Scored the lone Philly run on the Turner RBI single. Kike Hernandez starts it for LA. Duran, a big story for the Phillies. Acquired him trade deadline from Minnesota. He was dominant. 27-year-old flamethrower. Phillies have not been able to get him into a game with the lead yet.
No, and you saw David Robertson warming up, and they got that run to get it within 3. And you see with the off day tomorrow, Rob Thompson going to the big righty. The light show, the whole gig, but these fans right now, Brian, are frustrated.
We heard a lot of boos as we went to break. Fans upset. Phillies have not been able to deliver. Their big 3, Turner, Schwarber, and Harper, 1 for 9 tonight with 5 Ks. That means in the first 2 games of this series, 2 for 20 from those 3 with 11 strikeouts. And Kike Hernandez strikes out. Big fastball at 101. And there is out number 1 in the ninth. Brings up Max Muncy. Second plate appearance for Muncy. Walked and scored in the 7th. All 4 runs coming in the 7th inning for the Dodgers. Dodgers get RBIs from Kike Hernandez on a fielder's choice. 2 out, 2-run single by Will Smith. And Shohei Ohtani with a 2-out RBI single. Muncy slaps one left field, down, a base hit. Going to skip to the wall. Muncy on his way to second base with a double. So Max Muncy with an extra base hit with 1 away.
Well, BA, you talk about the booing, right? And why fans are frustrated. This is one of the great home field advantages in baseball. And we talk about it coming here to Red October. And this is coming into tonight. So they're not able to make this up. They're going to be 1-5 in their last 6 games here at the bank. And we talk about it, man. It's loud. It's a great place to play. But the Dodgers have come in here and really played well.
Best record at home in the majors this year, the Phillies. They were a dominant team, had the 2nd best record in the National League behind Milwaukee, which earned them the bye. Won their 2nd consecutive division title. Dodgers have turned one of the loudest crowds in baseball to one of the quietest right now. Andy Pages with a runner at second, 1 away. Phillies in the ninth will have Bohm, Real Muto, and Castellanos.
2-1 here.
It'll be interesting to see if Dave Roberts goes with Trinan, who is still warming up in the bullpen. Looks like that's where he's going to go for the ninth, which is right now a save situation. Sasaki has been up and throwing. Dave Roberts not ready to anoint anyone as closer just yet. Trinan looked good in the wild card series. There's your answer.
Yeah. You got to give Dave Roberts a lot of credit. He's got a good feel right now. I told you when he let Sheehan face Schwarber and Harper, I'm up here with Vesia sitting there going, but he had a lot of confidence. Even after that game, he told us today he was going to play a big part in it. He left the young kid out there and he delivered.
He dropped that phrase, arm talent.
Yeah.
And he's a gamer, and Dave Roberts is sticking with his starters and his starters turned relievers. That's been a theme in the 4 games of this postseason, whether it be Sheehan today, Tyler Glasnow yesterday at inning and 2/3 out of the bullpen. Glasnow possibly the game 4 starter. Would appear to be headed that direction if it goes that far. Dodgers finish this one off. They'll be looking for the sweep on Wednesday night in Los Angeles in front of their home crowd, with Yoshi Yamamoto set up for game 3. Phillies have not committed yet to a game 3 starter. Could be Ranger Suarez, could be Aaron Nola. Pages sends it in the air, shallow left field. Turner out the grass will make the call and the catch, and there is out number 2. And it brings up Will Smith. Another day off tomorrow for travel back to Los Angeles. And it's a 9 o'clock start on the Eastern time zone. 6 p.m. in LA for game 3 on Wednesday. That's an afternoon game, game 4 if necessary. Game 5 will be back here in Philadelphia if necessary. Smith has swung at the first pitch in all 3 of his at-bats. And his second at-bat delivered with an ambush single that drove in 2 in the 7th.
You know, think about it, though. If you're going to have guys around the plate, right, and throwing strikes you haven't played in 3.5 weeks, like he's giving himself an opportunity. Tip your cap to him. Early hacking. Man after my own heart.
Jeff Francoeur methods in the dictionary. First pitch swingers. That was a huge hit. Changed the complexion of the game when Smith delivered the 2 RBI single, made it 3-0 at the time. Ohtani then drove in the 4th run later that inning.
You know, took the fans out, right? Even with those 2 outs and 1-0. Kerkering after the big pop up there before to Pages had this fan base back in it, and a 1-0 game's totally different. He opened that up.
Joan Duran asking home plate umpire Adrian Johnson to move Ohtani back toward the on-deck circle, thinking he was getting a little better look than he deserved.
You don't see that too much, do you?
Ohtani obliged, put his hand up, apologized, sort of moved back.
Now he's just scooting right back.
Inching his way over there. There's not a lot of room in foul territory here anyway. One and 2 to Smith. 2-2 now. Duran worked a scoreless inning in game 1. In a game he entered with the Phillies down 2 runs. Similar story here today. They've been able to to play the big intro for Duran, which kind of took baseball by storm. One of the more entertaining closer introductions in the game. But the Phillies fans just didn't have their heart in it with Duran coming in with the Phillies down. 2-2 to Will Smith.
Well, he came in Saturday night and they had about, I would say, half their heart in it. Tonight, a little different story.
Count is full. Muncy at second with a 1-out double. He'll be off with a crack of the bat. And he missed with 100. Smith starting to look like his old self all of a sudden. A single and a walk here tonight in game 2. And now an all-world matchup in front of us here with Duran and Ohtani. It's probably the only batter Duran's going to face that also has a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Ohtani was on the first pitch his last time up.
Oh.
55 homers in the regular season. Drove in 102. He'll be the MVP in the National League once again. It'll be his 3rd straight. 4th in 5 years. Last year with the Dodgers, he was not able to pitch. He was coming back from a 2nd elbow surgery. And all he did was go 50-50 without the extra burden of having to pitch. Oof.
Man.
Big rip. 102, man. Wow.
Remember in football, you have practice and they call big on big?
Yes.
Your best defense, your best offensive lineman, linebacker. This is big on big right here.
High entertainment value inside a 4-1 game. See what Duran gives him here. 1-2 the count. And Ohtani late on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Thing about Duran, he's got a 97-mile-an-hour splitter.
Yeah.
Which no one has. Do it again. Another 1-2 with Muncy dancing at second base.
Try to throw that knuckle curve.
That's what Ohtani will do to you. Normally it doesn't take 2 pitches, more than 2 pitches for Duran. But a long inning here for the Phillies closer. This will be the 26th pitch of the inning. Two on, 2 out. And Ohtani goes. A strikeout. Inning is over. Duran puts up a 0. Phillies down 3. You're watching the 2025 National League Division Series. It's presented by Booking.com. Coming your way from Milwaukee. As soon as we're done here, Shota Imanaga, the left-hander, will get the ball against an opener for Milwaukee. Aaron Ashby, NLDS Game 2 on TBS coming your way next. Alex Faust, Ron Darling, and Lauren Jabbar will have the call. So it is going to be Blake Trinan and not Sasaki. And Trinan going after the save. He looked good in the wild card series, Frenchie.
He did, and that's exactly why he's in here. 6.27 post All-Star break ERA, but last 2-3 outings have been really sharp, and I think this is a little shot in the arm for Dave Roberts to his big right-hander too, BA, knowing that if they're going to continue to go through these playoffs, he's going to have to rely on him.
Trinan made the wild card roster despite an ERA near 12, and it's a base hit back up the middle. Clean single by Bohm. Trinan's ERA in September was 11.7. But Dave Roberts gave him a chance in the wild card series. He pitched in both games. He recorded 4 outs and just 1 base runner. He's given up 1 here to start the 9th inning as Alec Bohm collects his first hit of this DS.
And you can see the frustration for Blake. He was trying to throw that 2-seamer in, and again, that's where he's been. He's missed out over the plate with that 2-seamer and allowing these right-handed hitters to get extended.
Bouncing ball foul. Trinan was a star out of the pen in the World Series run last year. He won 2 games in the World Series. Had 3 saves in last year's postseason prior to the World Series. Messia backs him up just in case. Real Muto with a man on to start the 9th. Phillies need 1 more base runner to bring the tying run to the plate.
You a little surprised Sasaki's not tossing right now?
I am. I thought they had their closer. That's been the narrative. It's a gamble. You believe in Trinan. You've seen it under the bright lights, how successful he's been. It has been a brutal year for Trinan, though. To turn that around, he could change his bullpen dynamic quickly. But if it goes south, it'll certainly be a much talked about decision for Dave Roberts. He's believing in his guy right now. Crowd starting to swell a little bit. 1-2 to Real Muto, and he lines 1 to left, a base hit. Into the corner it goes, cut off by Hernandez. Bohm to third. It's a double for JT Real Muto, and the Phillies will bring the tying run to the plate.
Now you talk about some big hits. He had the big triple the other night. This one again, look, location up in the zone. And JT does a really nice job of pulling those hands in, and suddenly the Phillies bring the tying run up to the plate.
Here is Nick Castellanos. First ball swinging, fouls it away. Bryson Stott due next. He entered the game in the 7th. Got a couple of left-handers to follow. Trinan facing his 3rd batter. Could be his last one. Castellanos waves and misses. Big sweeper from Blake Trinan. It's 0-2 on Castellanos. Single and a double to start the inning. Base hit could score 2 here. 1-2. Check to swing.
He wanted to.
Trinan deals. Castellanos with a base hit. In to score is Bohm. Real Muto right behind him. Castellanos is safe at second. It's a 1-run game.
They're going to take a look at this, but look at this, BA. I mean, just literally hook job on a slider that just wasn't far enough off the plate.
The swipe tag missed Castellanos.
He's safe.
And he got the hand in there. Dodgers challenge the call. Mark Wegner.
Wow, what a call by Mark Wegner. Hurt hammy and all.
He's had 2 big calls in this game. I mean, eagle eye. They show it on the big screen Phillies fans see it. Castellanos taking all kinds of risk, trying to get to second there. He should have been out. Replay review powered by Zoom. Dodgers use their second challenge, and now we await word from the replay center in New York.
This is beautiful. What a slide right here. He just swiped across, and you see the hand go in. So remember earlier when Blake Snell was facing Bryce Harper, 3 sliders, threw the 1 curveball just to change his eye angle, and then what'd he do? Go back to the slider. Even though that ball was probably 10 inches off the plate, you had seen 3 in a row, and Castellanos, look, he's a bad ball hitter. He swings a lot, and so he's able to make contact sometimes. And we talk about the love-hate relationship. They come back and win this ball game.
Rob Thompson's favorite player now.
They're having a beer tonight together.
Tying run is at second base for now. We're waiting on a ruling from the replay review room. Mark Wegner, it's out of his hands right now. And here we go. Here's the call.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe.
Sigh of relief from Castellanos, and this crowd is popping now. And Dave Roberts will take the ball from Trinan. He tried to sneak one through. It did not work. And now the Dodgers in trouble. 2 in, 1-run game. Nobody out, and here comes the lefty Vesia. Nick Castellanos, the beleaguered outfielder, has had a rough second half. Looked like a little tennis backhand out there, serving into left field for a 2 RBI double.
Wow. You talk about bad ball hitter right there. And then you try to stretch it, right? And the throw beats you, and he's able to get that left hand in the side and, I mean, totally flip what was going on in this ball game.
A lot to unpack here. Bryson Stott due up. Phillies are the part of their batting order with 3 consecutive lefties now. Alex Vesia comes in. However, Rob Thompson has just sent Harrison Bader on deck. Vesia, then one of their best relievers. Tying run at second base. It's a 4-3 game. Nobody out. Stott shows bunt, and he takes a ball, able to pull it back.
Again, remember we talk about Vesia, BA, when he misses up. When he gets a little juice, that's where that ball goes. Vesia, 42 inherited runners, only 11 have scored.
A long ball wins it for the Phillies. A base hit could tie it. Castellanos is a slow runner at second base. Shows bunt again, gets it down. Muncy goes to third, and Castellanos is out. Max Muncy, a perfect throw. Credit Mookie Betts for sprinting over to third. He gets there in time, and they get the lead out at third base.
This was a great bunt by Stott. Unfortunately for the Phillies, he got a kind of a bad jump, and Muncy was coming so hard. Right away, he's going to third.
Perfect throw, like a quarterback guiding a receiver,
yeah.
Threw it to an empty space. Perfect throw. Big time execution. That could have easily gone down the left field line. And this game is tied.
You know, it's so hard in these moments, right? You got no outs and all this momentum. I kind of person would like seeing Stott had an opportunity to swing the bat. He's had a great last 2 months. And again, I think if the surprise play, right? But you had Muncy and Freddie Freeman be a barreling in. I mean, that's got to be a dead and bunt. Perfect.
Well, all kind of drama dripping right now. Sasaki is loosening in the pen. Vesia has to face 3 batters. And Rob Thompson is going with his injured center fielder, Harrison Bader, just to see if he can pop one. Bader left yesterday's game. Tweaked a groin. Initially was a hamstring injury. Later revealed as a groin injury. Had a sac fly yesterday. Made a great diving catch. He's on instructions to not run as hard as he can. That will be tough to do. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about a double play scenario to finish off this game. Vesia 2-0 on Harrison Bader. And he goes, unable to check his swing. It's a strike called by the home plate umpire. Now it's 2-1.
That should be 3-0 count right now. He helped Vesia out on that one.
2-1. Phillies down a run. Bader line shot, base hit. He can't run, but he can swing the bat. And Harrison Bader comes off the bench and extends this ninth inning. And will be lifted for a pinch runner now. Weston Wilson enters the game.
There's that high fastball from Vesia, and give Bader a lot of credit this time. Look at him throw those hands, pull them up, and stay on top of that ball. And because Kike Hernandez, BA, was playing no doubles back there, that ball's able to fall in.
Rob Thompson stretching the limits of his roster. Weston Wilson is the runner at first base. He carries the winning run. Here is Max Kepler now.
When we talk about this bullpen, the Alex Vesia 2.5 ERA first half, 4.05 after the break.
First and second with one away. Kepler with a triple his last time up. Swing and a miss. Tied him up with a good fastball. This game could end with one swing of the bat either way. A double play for the Dodgers would end it. One in the gap or down the line could end it. The 1-1. Kepler on the ground, ranging over Freeman. He's got it, goes to second, out there. Excellent play by Freddie Freeman. Second out of the inning. Dodgers are an out away from a 2-0 series lead. But the Phillies get back to the top of their order, and the National League batting champion coming up, Trey Turner.
Yeah, right here, good play by Freddie Freeman, knowing there's no way Vesia is going to get over, make sure to get the out. And we were wondering if we were going to see Sasaki. Well, it was going to be with first and third to face Trey Turner, because he's getting ready to come in this ball game.
Dave Roberts makes another trip to the mound in the ninth. Treinen gave up 3 hits. Vesia faces his 3 batters with 1 hit, and here comes Sasaki. Dominated by the 2 starters, Blake Snell and Jesus Luzardo, 6 scoreless innings for each. Dodgers are up for 4 runs in the 7th. Phillies chipping away now. Got a run in the 8th, 2 here in the 9th. And Roki Sasaki is on to pitch. Game 1 on Saturday was his first ever save opportunity in the major leagues. He has never inherited a runner in his career, and he is out to get 1 more out for LA.
We thought we'd see him to come into this 9th inning. He's finally here, and we saw Trey Turner finally kind of break that streak with the hit last time. Also, BA Trey, 343 this year with runners in scoring position. Loves this moment.
He is the National League batting champion, Trey Turner. He's won it twice. He's a first pitch swinger. Tying run at third base. And Turner takes a ball inside. Mind the splitter too. That's Sasaki. It's one of his best pitches. Splitter in the dirt that gets by Smith. Stott will score if it gets far enough away. Turner to second base. Tommy Edman. Low throw. Freddie Freeman with the scoop. And the ball game is over. Oh my goodness. Tommy Edman spiked it in the dirt. Freddie Freeman in that Gold Glove form just saves game 2 for the Dodgers.
Oh my.
Oh. Wow. He threw him a lawn dart. Tommy Edman owes Freddie Freeman the fattest steak dinner he's ever had. Ball game. Dodgers win. They're up 2-0 as they head home to Los Angeles. Now it's Cubs and Brewers. Alex Faust, Ron Darling, Lauren Jabara. They're ready for game 2 in Milwaukee. The